Hey everyone, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Hope you guys are having an amazing week so far. Welcome to your daily reading. This is going to be for March 14th, Thursday. Looks like it's actually going to be kind of a fun day. I'm just going to hop into our reading. Aspect-wise, it's going to sound a little crazy. We have a bunch of squares today. But honestly, when you really kind of start looking at them and piecing them together, honestly, to me, it's not going to feel like a hard day, really. So first one out, we do have the moon in an opposition to Jupiter. Even though oppositions tend to be not hard, but it's kind of like the two energies are like across from each other, so they just don't see eye to eye. They're just kind of on opposite ends. And again, really any aspect with Jupiter, really not that bad, because Jupiter is always kind of trying to help us out. This particular aspect, though, can lead to like overindulgence, possibly overeating. Could be, where maybe you might be kind of overly generous in kind of a foolish kind of way, like giving to someone who, is just taking advantage. Even if you can see it, like, you may just be like in this, like, yeah, go take, can make us a little lazy as well, kind of that feeding into that overindulgent kind of atmosphere. So just something to be aware of with this opposition. We also have, so obviously today is the first quarter moon as we head up to the full moon. So the moon is in a square to the sun. Not a bad thing. Again, happens between every full and new moon. Essentially, we're reevaluating, our needs, really meeting up with our desires. It's really all it is. It's kind of like a midway assessment on our way to the full moon. So not that bad of a square. Moon is also in a square to Mercury, which is still in retrograde. This can make us a little restless. A lot of times, especially since we're in retrograde, I think this is going to be a big part of it. This aspect can get us kind of stuck in the past, and we can kind of just be replaying things and going over them. And it kind of gets in the way of our forward thinking. Just getting a little preoccupied with what happened. Sometimes like emotional whims can kind of get in the way as well, and those can definitely block, more meaningful pursuits, because we just get stuck on those little emotional things or trivial kind of things that pop up, whether in our day or just something pops up in our mind, especially if we're kind of rehashing everything that happened before. So definitely try to be present, try to stay focused. This is a retrograde, so it is a good time to process, but just make sure we're not, completely ignoring our present reality and just kind of living in whatever moment. If you gotta look, go ahead, look, analyze, process, and then come back. Don't get caught in it. And definitely don't let it get in the way of any decision making. Like, don't let that kind of mess with your conscious thinking. Other aspect I have to say about that, Moon is in a beautiful sextile with Uranus. Great energy. This aspect tends to make everything feel a little more energetic. It tends to give you a little kick. Like you just feel like, I'm not tired, I gotta go, let's do this, let's change it up. And again, it is with Uranus. This is our rebel planet, trying to change things up, do things differently. You may have an increased feeling of independence and self-reliance. Or independence and self-reliance. Changing moods, because again, this is with, our moon sign, so it has to do with emotions and feelings. But some shift in your mood could lead to some major breakthroughs. Again, Uranus, so the emotions can trigger some type of shift and break in old patterns, especially patterns that no longer serve you or have become a little outdated, or feel constricting in a way, and you want to try and bust out of it. Great day for that. So I'm thinking that this square with Mercury may allow you to really rehash and look over, as long as you can stay in check and not let it take you too far down the rabbit hole. A lot of that can really help spur these changes and these shifts with Uranus. So honestly, a lot of good things can kind of come from these aspects. And I think a lot of good things will. So our rune today is Gibo, or is it Gabo? Something like that. But it's the rune of the gift, so super exciting. So this rune, sorry if you can hear all that hopping around. My cats are completely infatuated with a cardboard box that came from Amazon. So they're in the corner having the time of their lives. So if you can hear any pouncing or anything, that's the two of them playing. But Gibo, so the gift. This can be something that's super unexpected, just a surprise gift that falls into your lap, you know, a surprise blessing that, you know, can come from someone, can really come from anywhere. One thing that I think is really fun with this rune, a lot of times it can symbolize, you know, some type of joy or perk in a relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic or business, especially when it has to do with commitments. You know, this could be a really lasting opportunity between two people. So that is a beautiful thing. For some people, it may even signify a birth. It could be a birth in the family. Yeah, so lots of good things come with this rune. So I'm excited to see what pops up for all of us. But definitely will be a good thing, and most likely it'll be a surprise, but something we are super delighted by. Right, I'm going to tilt this down so we can get some cards for today. So I feel like I'm kind of going back in time. I've been plucking out some old decks that I've had for a while and I haven't used, like the Journey of Love one. I'm whipping back out the Messenger Oracle for today's reading. Ooh. That was like half the deck. We're definitely not taking all of that. I'm going to take these guys that came face up. So we got two little lovelies. I love how I'm like talking about my cats. We have this like cool little cat dragon here. But we've got Be Vigilant over here, our first card. And then we also have Know You Belong. I especially love the Know You Belong card. So you can kind of see this funky little chimera. Is it a cat? Is it a lynx? Is it a bat, dragon, butterfly, lizard? Like, what's going on? How many animals are tied up in this one thing? So the Know You Belong card is really about, you know, accepting your individuality, kind of owning whatever funky, weird, quirky thing that makes you special, and knowing that you belong, knowing that there is a place for you, knowing that you are deserving. This was kind of a theme that popped up with a lot of the love readings that just went up. Again, if you haven't watched yours, all 12 signs are up for March, so definitely go check that out. But there was a big theme about knowing that you are ready for love, you deserve love, you know, knowing your worth. That's really all encompassed in this card, is knowing that you belong, knowing that there is a place for you. And I think coming up with the Be Vigilant card, I'm kind of getting two messages that have to do with this energy. So one, you know, since we were talking about, you know, some type of gift coming, this could be just being vigilant and, you know, keeping your eyes open for some type of opportunity or some little surprise. Because again, a lot of times this gift is unexpected and it comes out of the blue. You know, a lot of the best surprises are surprises. You know, they are unexpected. It makes me think of this, I forget where it's from. I think I heard it from a TV show, but I'm sure that's not where it originates. But it talked about the best type of prize being a surprise. Definitely speaks volumes for this rune. So I feel for a lot of us, this Be Vigilant is just, you know, be on the lookout for some blessings, because something is coming your way. Another thing that I'm getting with this Be Vigilant is really linking it to this Know You Belong card, and kind of being vigilant as in not giving up hope. I think a lot of times, you know, it can feel kind of isolating knowing, you know, we are a little different, we think a little bit differently, you know, we're not exactly the same as all the people around us, whether they're coworkers, whether they're friends, whether they're just strangers walking on the sidewalk. To me, this being vigilant is holding out. You know that there is a place for you. Know that there are people who want to be around you, want to support you, and they love you. Whether they are, you know, with you at the moment, that may be up for debate. But to me, this being vigilant is knowing that these people and this place belongs to you and is waiting for you, and that you will find it very soon. I keep looking at this image. You can kind of see the dragons kind of, I always want to say holding, but it's kind of like they're kind of guarding and protecting, you know, this little glowing radiant tree. Like, I almost wanted to say this is you kind of holding your vigil, you know, holding this ideal, this vision you have of, you know, who you want to be, the life you want to have, the friends you want around you. Hi, Leo. See him back there, little sneaky little guy. really hanging on to that vision of what your ideal life and surrounding is going to be like, and keeping that lantern lit. You know, have faith that this is yours, because it is. Whatever is meant to be yours will always be yours. And you know, some of that may be coming today with our rune. If not today, very soon, I think, for a lot of us. So that is very exciting. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot today to get our main message. Spirit, what do we need to know most about today, March 14th, so that we can make sure this day is a success? Oh, that was fast. Oh, we got a bunch. All right, great start. I love it. So 9 of Pentacles right out of the gate. So 9 of Pentacles. This is totally the Know You Belong card. This is knowing your worth, knowing your value, you know, self-made, independent being, worked and earned for everything you have, you know, and really recognizing the growth and the journey it took from A to B, you know, wherever you stand now, knowing that you did this on your own, you earned it, you worked for it. Beautiful energy. Oh, I love this. All right. Then we also have the 6 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. So to me, this is just more confirmation that we are moving. This energy is what's preceding this, or sorry, coming after this 10 of Swords. So this 10 of Swords, you know, is definitely something we have conquered. It, you know, it is a death and a defeat in many ways, but is the end of suffering. It is the end of this pain and strife. And here we are, is more confirmation that we are moving out of this. We are moving away from this, whatever was hurting us, whatever was feeling like such a struggle. We're moving away from this energy. I'm gonna line them up like this. You know, suffering the death, moving on from it, and finding our strength, finding our worth through that journey. Look at that, bottom of the deck right now, the Death card. Crazy. So definitely a big day of transformation. So that Uranus sextile couldn't come at a better moment. Super excited about all of that yumminess. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to know? Oh. All right, we got the Hermit card, our next sign out. I love that it landed on the Know You Belong card. To me, that's really saying that your guides, your angels. So again, the Hermit is always about finding some type of understanding. A lot of time it's receiving messages from your guardians, your angels, source. Having it land like flat square on the Know You Belong card, to me, really emphasizes this message about knowing your worth, knowing you are worthy. To me, this is also guidance. So I think intuitively, if you are vigilant and keeping your eyes open to the signs, this Hermit energy is really helping to guide you forward, guiding you to the place you belong. So again, if you can stay open, stay vigilant, and just, you know, keep your awareness as high as possible, these signs are going to be easily picked up on. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. Oh, beautiful. And look at that. The Sun card and the 8 of Cups. Beautiful. So Sun card, positive, radiant. And you know, well, let's get the obvious out of the way. So Hermit could be a Virgo. Sun card, not necessarily the Leo card, but I do always think of Leo because they are ruled by the Sun. But Sun card, optimism, vitality, literally living your best life. And why? Because you have separated yourself. You have walked away from what did not serve you. You know, to me, again, this is another card of leaving, of separating. And I think for those of you this is resonating for, whatever this is for you, you already know what this is. So if you haven't gone through this 10 of Swords, where whatever this situation is, if it hasn't kind of ended or closed out for you, know that you, like literally this chunk right here. So I think for most of us, I think it has, you know, kind of ended, and we're really on the final leg. Like the worst is already over. We're now on our way out, and this is us, you know, finally breaking it off and leaving whatever situation this is. For those of you where this has not happened yet, and I honestly, I think that's only going to be, you know, for a smaller group. I think this is the minority that it hasn't really peaked just yet. You know, really this moment is going to be so small, you know, because this is all kind of encompassed in one card. And then you have 2 cards that are really about the leaving it behind. And then you have 3 cards really about, you know, getting to a place where you know that you deserve better, knowing that you are strong enough to beat this, you know, receiving messages and guidance and counsel on how to get yourself out. And then Sun being full of vitality and life and energy. You know, so these 3 cards are definitely way stronger than this one. You also have 2 majors in here, so this is really significant, powerful, universal energies. So to me, this thing is so small in comparison, which is why I think for a lot of us, this moment has passed, and we are really in this process of evolving and growing beyond and separating ourselves from this pain, from this struggle. I'm kind of happy with that, but for some reason, I guess, yeah, okay, beautiful. So we got the 3 of Swords, heartache. So, I love this, bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. This heartache. This is either what we're healing from, you know, this could be, you know, a rough relationship where we weren't being treated as we should. I feel like for most of us, this heartache, I really want to say that it's like a personal situation or a work situation. But the key here is really that there was this feeling of betrayal and not being treated appropriately or accordingly. That was where this hurt came from. And I almost kind of want to say this 10 of Swords, although it's kind of like the ultimate betrayal, but it was the one that really made the situation clear. Like you truly saw it for what it was, and it was like the final straw. Like it was the straw that broke the camel's back, where you literally could look at it and be like, I am worth way more than this. You know, you even have to know that you just did me wrong right there. Like I think that's a realization that a lot of people have recently made or are very close to making, realizing that you kind of have been betrayed. Like someone has definitely not done right by you. You know, and that's never a good thing. Like that definitely is something we need to separate from. But honestly, I think having that awareness to see that really is part of this journey where you really understand, like, no, I know how much work and effort I put into this, and for you to say that, or, you know, to give the recognition to another person, like that is not okay. I am not going to be disrespected like that. Yeah, and I'm super excited about this 2 of Wands, because this is really about setting some new intentions, because I think that's really going to, I really want to say, alter your trajectory. Like I really feel like that's like, well, okay, if I don't fit here, if I'm not respected or appreciated here, I'm going to go where I am respected, where I am appreciated, where someone does recognize that, yes, I am worthy, that I belong. You know, I think a lot of us that are really resonating with this reading, it's really about finding your place, finding your home, and not just a place where others appreciate you, where you are, you know, respected and recognized, but also, honestly, a place where you want to be, a place that you want to call home, that feels like home to you. I think that's where a lot of this is. And a lot of this energy with the Hermit is about leading you in that direction, so that ultimately you can leave this, you know, BS behind, right? So for some of you, I feel like this gift could be like a new work opportunity, you know, a place that's, you know, a lot more fulfilling, or a place that, you know, really nurtures you. You know, it's something that you're really passionate about. So that, I think, is amazing news and super exciting. Again, if that is what happens for you, if it's a new work opportunity, we are in retrograde, which is rarely a great time to start anything new. So if you don't have to make a decision right away, I would say don't. And if you do, make sure you just read all the fine print, do all, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's, ask all the questions, and just make sure you're getting all the communication crystal clear. But with that said, I think that is beautiful. I'm so excited for this new journey. And just seeing the rainbow in the Six of Swords here, like, just makes me think of this like beautiful promise. Like, I feel like someone is committing to you in a big way, and in a way that is truly, you know, I'm here to help you out. I'm here because I believe in you. You know, like, tomorrow is going to be a better day. Oh, so excited. So excited about it. All right, my loves, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to send you guys out. As always, sending you guys lots of love, lots of gratitude. Thank you for coming here, watching this video, joining my channel. As always, I appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscribes. Especially the comments. I love hearing from you guys and getting to connect with you. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonated for you. If you have a question for me, you can leave it down there as well. You can also DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And as always, if you want to book a private session with me, all that info will be in the description box. All right, guys, love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.